All right, welcome back. Greenbox Gaming plays Delta Green, Possible Landscapes. My name. Well, let's not start with me this time.
Look at this guy.
Why don't we start with
So
my
humble.
players instead? So humble. And I'm going to start with my favorite participant in this podcast, Joe, who's going to be handling things. That's right, it's me, you motherfuckers.
Wow.
I didn't expect that.
Gone.
They pulled the carpet off.
Oh, he's gone.
We lost Brad.
Rage quit.
I'm joined by Jean playing Benedict.
Hello.
I'm joined by Brad playing Hank.
Hello.
Joined by Dace playing Benji.
Oh yeah.
How you guys doing? How you guys feeling since the last one? Since our last one with you guys leaving with you there on the airplane.
Well, looks like we're
I'm
gonna have
excited to
to
go to Vegas.
crash this plane. It's got old. Mosby
Well, it's funny. You guys are in
Could happen.
2015, so it's like it would create like an alternate timeline where there was like a second kind of 9/11, except it attacked Las Vegas, just like crashed into the Bellagio.
And also this time it's the U.S. Marshals that hijacked
As
the
opposed
plane.
to Al Qaeda.
Yeah.
I fully expect,
Dude.
if we did do that, just a stage door would pop open on the aircraft. That's what it would just be like. Oh
stage-
no!
a
Just shake,
stage-
and then the stage door would flop open.
A stage door would flop up and it's like, cut.
Like, do it again. Bunch of fucking amateurs.
Yeah. Well, I had a question for you guys. Actually, at the top of this one, I had a question. I should put this screwdriver down before I hurt myself. So one of the things that Delta Green gets into, which is, like Delta Green takes a pretty wide lens when it talks about the unnatural. And there's kind of like a Lovecraftian mythos part of it for some of the stuff, and and there's aliens are handled a certain way. I don't think any of you guys are aware of the canonical ways that aliens are managed. This is like that's handled a certain way, and it kind of goes
Brad's
its own
probably
thing.
aware.
Brad's aware of it because
Yeah.
he's read it all. He's read he's read Impossible Landscapes, and all that. But even
And
there's
also his YouTube.
yeah, well, and his other channel. Doesn't he have another channel or another podcast? Isn't that
Brad has one
Very
too?
successful. It's wildly successful.
wildly successful? It'd be nice if they would throw some fucking crumbs over here.
Hasn't mentioned Greenbox Gaming once.
And he throws
Fucking
shade.
one. Only throws shade.
What are y'all talking about?
For the audio listeners, that entire time, Brad was putting, I believe, cheese nips into his mouth. Or whatever the hell he's eating.
Cheese snips? What the fuck kind of off-brand
Cheese
shit
nips.
is that?
Cheez-Its?
Please.
Cheese nips?
Cheese its. He's not a
Yeah,
barbarian.
sorry.
cheese its.
He's a
Come on.
he's a
Cheese
flat
nuts.
earther, but he's not a
Oh
barbarian.
my god, he's not a Philistine. But yeah, so, Delta Green kind of handles the unnatural, and it kind of handles a lot of things. Aliens, the Lovecraftian mythos, and demons, and all sorts of weird stuff. And one of the things that's kind of a part of that is ghost. Like the idea of
Ooh.
the dead, the undead. What do you guys think about ghosts? Do you guys believe in ghosts? I don't know. We might have touched on it previously. You guys, one of those? If you went to one of those, haunted places where you paid money to spend the night there, or whatever, because it's supposed to be haunted. Would you be
No,
jumping
because
at
I'll
every
tell you
sound?
why.
Why is that?
Where are the ghost dinosaurs?
Truth.
Why do we only see the spooky dude, the spooky girl? Where is the Where's the Velociraptor walking around at night?
I just don't even know what to say to
That's
that.
a fucking, there you go. That's how you end the banter with an excellent point.
I think he's got it. I think Brad.
Hold on.
God, the next time I talk to someone who believes in ghosts, I'm gonna pull that out. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna write it on a piece of paper and slide it across the table without saying anything.
I have no argument to that. I think you might have just cracked the code, Brad. I think we have irrefutable proof now that ghosts aren't real.
Ghosts aren't real. That's it. Because where the
You heard it here
where
first.
the dinosaur go. Well, Jean, what about you, man? Like, what do you think about? Like, ignore Brad and his
I can't
flat
now.
earther ways. He's not a flat earther, guys. That's a joke. I covered that a few times ago.
No, I think the stories were amazingly impactful when I was growing up. It freaked me out a lot. Kind of made me super jittery in my own house. But no, I don't pay it no mind.
What about you, Dace? I feel like I kind of know.
I think the universe is fundamentally math, and statistically, other realities are a possibility and a probability. And anytime people see ghosts, it's realities colliding on some plane that we are not aware of.
Was not expecting that. That was
It's
not
like-
what I was expecting.
I mean,
Was
yeah,
the
if you were to
alternate dimension theory.
theorize like shit like that, you know, I think what was it? Carl Sagan does like thought experiment explaining 2D, the 3D, the 4D,
yeah.
and you know, like basically, if you take the 3D world and make it flat, then 4D, you know, how would a pencil look touching that piece of paper or that third
Right.
dimensional world? It might look like a ghost, like something appearing then disappearing. No shit like
Right,
that.
because it basically shifts out of the plane that we can see. It shifts into that fourth direction.
One
Yeah.
thing to think about.
The
for
fourth
sure,
D.
But I ain't buying it.
But what about ghost? So no ghost dinosaurs. I mean, that's a valid point. No ghost pencils. To the same
No
point.
ghost pencils.
Mm.
Where are the ghost pencils?
Where are the ghost pencils?
And so were you asking about like ghost humans? Well, maybe you need to be a bit more specific.
You know what? That's my problem. Is like when I asked you
That's
guys
your
the
problem.
question, I was way too broad.
Unclear. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
How about you, Joe?
I don't know. Like, like anytime like I watch like a show where there's ghost hunters, you know, they pull out all these gizmos and they're like, oh, did you hear that? It's a ghost. It's like, what is this gizmo? What does it do? You know, or like, you know, like ghost orbs and shit like that. Like, I don't know, like everything that's like in the ghost community to me, like, seems to be fairly easily just dismissed as something else. And, you know, not that I would have ever done anything like that, but I've known people, I've known other people. I know none of you would ever engage in this kind of vandalism, this flagrant disregard for other people's property.
Sure.
I've known other people who may have broken into places, and to break
Other
into
people.
places, what does that even mean? You know, it's more like walking in. Like, I've known some people who in their youth, you know, may have gone into some places that most people would think were pretty creepy. You know, abandoned, creepy, or otherwise empty places at night. And I think that, you know, and from what they've told me, from those other people have told me, because I've never done anything like that, it sounds like I think if you spend any time in those places, you come to realize very quickly that the human mind gets scared of things it can't see, you know, and it's very easy to hear something strange and jump to a conclusion. I think we're kind of wired that way, like evolutionarily. We're wired to fear what we don't understand, you know, so that we survive, because that's how we survived out in the woods, you know. And I've spent a lot of times literally, you know, out in the wilderness, alone a lot lot of you hear all sorts of shit out there, man, and it's
Weirdo.
I think it's
It's
normal
creepy.
to-
When you spend
super
some time in the woods alone, it's like creepy as hell. The first couple times you do it, for sure.
Yeah, but then I think you get over it, you know, and after a while, kind of like you hear something, you're like, I'm gonna, you know, oh, the sound of, or even like a creepy house, like Dace, when you and I were roommates in college. We lived in that old house. We lived in the old beach house.
Mhm.
That was an old house, and it made all sorts of weird sounds all the fucking time.
Oh, yeah.
And so, after a while, it's like, all right, well, if there's a ghost here, it's not fucking with anybody else, so I guess it's okay.
Yeah. We never
But,
see.
I think it's...
We never see someone killed by a ghost. I mean, how much harm could they
Yeah,
do if they're real?
When's the last ghost homicide? Oh. Jean.
I would watch that show.
Ghost homicide.
Brad as the ghost homicide detective.
I forgot who this
Being
was.
like, what about the dinosaurs?
Someone back in the day. Someone back in the day had this idea for the show called in our friend group called Ghost Fights.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
where it's a show, you find this haunted house, whatever, you do all this research, why was it haunted, who used to live here, blah blah. But then these two dudes sit down with a fifth of some kind of liquor, and with all this research they've done, they just insult the ghost. And they keep drinking, they just yell, do anything to piss off this ghost. And they either fight the ghost or they fight each other because they're so drunk. Ghost fights.
Shout out to Johnny Valiant.
Oh, is that who came up with that shit? Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny Valiant.
Ghost
Ghost
fights.
He was in the music scene back in Oxford. He's fucking hilarious.
Ghost fights, man. I'd love to participate in ghost fights. I don't even drink, and I would love to be there for it at least. I'll fight a fucking ghost. I don't give a shit. Well, if there's one thing that we know about you guys, is that you guys are very, very bad at fighting kind of things from the past and strange people that show up, ghosts and whatnot. You guys are real bad at getting their hands on them, because one of them just walked right past you on an airplane while you guys were all too worried about the beetles that you found in your peanuts. So
Classic.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Worn out scenario.
Good point.
you guys are currently on an airplane to Las Vegas. And someone who Benedict recognizes, Emmett Mosby, just walked past you right after you guys have found some of these strange juvenile golden beetles in your food. You guys are on your way to Las Vegas to track down Ophelia Sitri, the girlfriend of Michael Whitwer. You guys are doing this off the back of the extension, the investigation that you guys had into the Dorchester originally, to your former handler, supposed handler, Agent Exeter, Elias Barbas, and you guys looking into room 616 in the Boxer Hotel. You guys have determined that Ophelia Sitri seems to have been present at Dr. Barbas's home, and in fact, in some of the evidence that you've seen, has have the suspicion she might be connected to this somehow, though. From last time, I believe you guys had kind of talked about, you kind of had the impression that maybe she is a victim in this. That even though she's involved, that maybe she, you guys were hesitant. There was some discussion last time. Well, do we just go in there and black bag her, or do we try to get her on our side? Maybe she can help us. Maybe she understands some of this. So you guys are on your way to Las Vegas when you experience these two strange happenings on the plane. You do know that Michael Whitwer is under investigation by the DEA, and one of the things interesting that you had seen is that Ophelia Sitri had posted a strange photograph of the yellow sign on a phone pole, which was followed up by one of her friends saying, "Ophelia, what is this? I like it. What are you doing?" Since what was it? August 13th, Ophelia Sitri has gone dark on social media. It is currently 6 September, Sunday. By the time you guys are in the air, it's about noon. It's probably about 1 or 2 o'clock by the time you guys have this strange encounter, you think, there on the plane. So I'll go ahead and hand it over to you're right back into the
Real quick, can you remind us who Emmett Mosby is?
Yes. Let me transition, for those of you watching the VOD, A transition back over to and Streamlabs.
Nice.
He was in that pile of evidence that we found in room 616 that presumably
Yes.
V Cell had.
This is. Are you looking at Roll20?
Bottom left corner?
He is here. This is
Okay.
Emmett Mosby. He was a intelligence officer who apparently Delta Green was watching, or maybe he was a part of Delta Green or something.
In what era? Because it looks like it's from the 50s. Those
Yes,
photographs.
he went missing in 19. He was reported to go missing in 1952.
Oh,
It looks like the stream has crashed. No fun.
Well,
that it went offline.
All right, let me just close slobs here.
Okay, well, while that happens, we'll postcard. Made the crossing with this little man.
Yes.
right.
Yeah, you guys have heard the
That it?
name Mosby a few times, and there was that kind of right at the end of last episode. Benedict having seen Mosby, or not have seen Mosby, but him having heard his voice, recognized his voice as none other than the voice of the man who back in, what was it, 92? Had dropped a small sheet of paper. A small sheet of paper that would forever change Benedict's life.
It was actually Mosby
so-
that I didn't get that. Mosby actually fucked up Bennett's life with this.
It seems that you were introduced to this entire world by this man.
So
And, you know... So
We
yeah,
gotta-
it's
so,
odd.
this
I
is-
imagine Benedict is struck by this.
So the whole game plan, I think, has changed. I mean, Hank recognizes him just by the fact of him being in this evidence box. Now we got to track him, is what Hank would push towards, you know, as soon as we get off this plane.
is he real? Like,
I
is
mean,
he still there?
We don't know what's going to happen. He went to the bathroom
Went into the bathroom.
in a hurry.
Yeah, you watch him go back to the bathroom. He looked unwell, but there was that slight as he turns and kind of looks at Benedict. And Benedict, it's hard to say. It's one of those things. Like, did he look at you? Did he make eye contact with you, or was that just seem that way? As he closes his door behind him, you guys are unable to like text each other or anything on the plane. You know,
But we can see each other.
you can see each other, and I imagine that, you know, Benedict is probably eyes wide.
Benedict's like eyes wide, but he like looks at the others and he just starts shaking like no. He just like
And
looks
Benji,
down
like,
and goes, mm-mm.
Benji holds up the beetle and he mouths, "What the fuck?"
Fair enough.
All right, the stream's back on. I can see it.
Okay. So yeah.
So what is the fuck with those beetles? Are the beetles still there? Like, are they tangible?
you look at them, and
Are they
and
winked
again,
out of existence?
They really no, they're still there. They're still there, and they really remind you of the beetle you found in the phone. But these are like they seem like they're not matured all the way. It seems like their little wings aren't quite grown all the way. They like I don't think any of you are like I don't know what like none of you are
Entomologists.
none of you are entomologists or whatever it is, you know, like, but you get the impression it's like this thing doesn't seem like it's fully mature yet, but it has like some little golden flakes starting to like kind of form
Hank
on its
pushes it
carapace.
on the ground and steps on it.
Okay, 100%. You put it down and step on it. Here's the tiny crunch. These things are like, they're bigger than ladybugs. They're probably about the size of like the last. They're probably not that big.
You know what?
They're like the size of a pretty big tablet, like that you would take.
All right. I'm ready to
Benedict
see what
looks over at
happens.
Hank and he's like, yeah! Yeah!
Yeah.
Well, we can't.
She doesn't want to crush it. But he really should. He really, really should.
Well, you have your tiny little airplane bottle of liquor that you've been given. You could shove it in there and hold on to it. Yeah.
Why the fuck would you do
Benji's gonna
that?
do that. Because it's Benji, man.
Benji, yeah.
You guys aren't sitting next to him. Like, I imagine it's like, it's a 3 rows of seats, pretty big plane. Benji's on the far right side. And then a little bit in the center lane, in the center aisle, behind him a little bit is Hank. And then forward of him a bit is Benedict. You guys are kind of sitting in this, like, triangle. But you all have randos sitting next to you. Like, most of the people seem to be either watching their little in-flight movie or reading a book or...
Benedict's gonna go and ask they can, like, switch. Wants to move people so that they're in the same row. And he's gonna also, like, abuse his power and say, excuse me, I'm federal marshals. We need to sit together. We have a very important movie to discuss.
Is that what you say? A very important movie.
Yeah. It has to do with minions and...
You don't make this easy for
Secret
me.
Service.
I want you to know. You do not
I know.
make
I'm
this
glad.
easy. All right, so if you say something to the flight attendants, you show them your badges, and the fact that you have a badge and a gun, like, they recognize you, like, they can say, they could probably get you all seated together. Originally, your seats were not together, but they could probably, find you and move some people around and get you guys all seated together if that's what you want. If you're gonna use your authority and like the fact that you're on the plane with badges and guns,
Yeah.
like they're like, oh yeah, sure, 100%, no problem.
And
they were
another
very
thing.
cooperative.
I just had this bag of peanuts and I found a bug in it. I want more peanuts. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Is this acceptable? You're lucky I don't call the hygiene services.
And and the flight attendant's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh, that's so gross. And just
it's just like a peanut. Just ate it.
Oh god, ugh. Oh, I am so sorry. We can. Let me bring you some food from first class.
Thank you very much.
And they bring you, and
hold
it's
the
just
bugs.
beetles. It's just beetles.
Oh god. It's just all... Oops, all beetles.
Oops. Sorry, always got his beetles. But they sit you back there, and we'll say that the combination of these two things. I mean, and literally, like, you have bugs that you found in your food. They're like, oh my god, we're so sorry. Listen, don't. But they don't want you to, like, rile everybody up. They're like, let's get you a seat. They move you up to first class, where you have some privacy.
Ooh.
And and you're federal agents, or they think you're federal agents.
So we're all sitting together.
So you're all sitting together now.
Did you fellas happen to clock a friend of ours walk into the bathroom?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure did. Is he still in there?
Oh,
It's been a minute.
And keep in
don't-
mind too, you guys also had a picture in that file of Emmett Mosby in the modern day walking out of Barbas's home.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, like, we should definitely go investigate that, right?
We're leaving him in the bathroom. Let's see if he comes out. I just
Leaving him
don't open
I
that
definitely-
door. We don't want to.
I'm with Benedict on one thing. We should probably keep an eye on him, wait for this plane to land and track him once we land in Vegas.
Benji, you know how the TSA say if you see something, say something. I want you to think about that, but I want you to rethink it and say, if you see something, just do nothing. That's the new plan for now.
That's
see
Delta
something,
Green's
do
slogan.
nothing.
What about the child trafficking?
That's we can discuss that.
You guys wait some time. Like, you guys they move you up. That's a little further away from the bathroom, but you can still kind of look down the aisle and see it. And after a while, guys were about 2 hours into your flight. You're hitting a little turbulence, so they turned about 20 minutes later, they turn the fasten seatbelt light off, and pretty quickly you see someone get up and go into the bathroom. Someone else. Stand up, they go into the bathroom. And then...
So he flushed himself down the toilet.
So he obviously flushed himself and came out as one of those big ice balls and landed on a house trailer.
That would happen.
Naturally.
I think it's like an urban legend. I don't know if it's actually. But anyway, so you see, and and it doesn't take long, like for a short line, because you guys have been buckled up for a while. It doesn't take long for it to become very obvious. If Mosby is in there, it seems weird that a lot of people have been going in and just doing their business and coming back out.
What the fuck?
There's just a guy in there. They're like, oh, pardon me.
This guy's a pervert.
And if any of you stand up,
photos.
If any of you
take
stand
photos
up
of every person that goes in.
Oh, so you got your phone, you're taking pictures. Okay, yeah. You have a pictures of a bunch of people on the plane now. And the flight attendants probably eyeball you a little bit, but again, you've kind of let them know that you're law enforcement, so they're like, they don't know. Maybe one of them asks you if there's something going on, plane that they need to know about for the safety of passengers or anything, and dismiss them.
Hank goes to the restroom. Look around.
Yeah, you stand behind someone, it takes a few minutes, and then you go in and lock the door. Is that the sound of Brad about to do a search?
Yeah. Oh, let me
what I'm
update
hearing?
this thing real quick. All right, here we go.
Oh, I forgot to tell you guys to hit your button,
Yeah,
to
to
update your
update.
skills for anything you failed, because you've rested since.
Failed.
Failure. All right. Yeah. You don't. Maybe you look. There's a little wastebasket there. Maybe you open it up and kind of rifle through it real quick, and there's what looks like a napkin. There's a lot of napkins, like gum wrappers and food wrappers and stuff that maybe people have thrown away in here. But something you see that kind of stands out to you is a linen napkin that has a big elaborate letter B.
All right,
Very
Hank
similar.
snags that and just puts it in his pocket.
Yeah.
All right. That's all I got.
It would seem here, even at 30,000 feet, you guys are not find it hard to escape from it. Dace, were you about to say something?
Pump the brakes. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Talking about
No. It's
Don't-
crazy in that
All right,
Go ahead.
what? We're used to apparitions and crazy shit happening, but then it just winks out of existence, and we're like, oh, yeah, it's Delta Green, and it's just gone. Like the fucking dude with the dreads and the snake or whatever, he's just gone. But there's solid physical evidence that this guy was actually here. It wasn't a hallucination or something, right?
I mean, that's right. It's hard to dismiss it.
Well, that's different.
What do you want from him, Dace? You're really pushing
You know what?
something. That's
You know what? You're right. You're right, Dace. Give me a sanity check
Oh,
for Hank.
Fuck
no,
it.
not
Right, that is weird.
That's Benji.
No, motherfucking Hank. Motherfucking Hank.
Why me? He's the
Because you
one
found
he keeps pushing the shit. That's all that was going to come of you making a big deal of that shit.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm fucking serious. I think, you know what? You know
I think
what,
we
though?
all
I think,
should get one.
No,
not just Hank.
you're right. You're right. Everyone should get one because the idea that this
All
man
right,
has
success.
disappeared.
Success. Thank God.
I think Hank should take Benji's. I think he should do two.
No, he's fine. Yeah, so we got a success for Hank. Have a failure
for
for
Benedict.
Benedict.
Oh, Benji.
Failure for Benji.
It's going to be 1 point of damage. Do you want to deflect? All right. If you want to deflect,
No.
If you want to
I'm
deflect,
gonna take it.
roll that D4.
I've learned the dangers of deflection, and I'm sleeping on that shit for a minute.
Willpower points are
3.
fucking important.
I take 3 from willpower.
All right, you rolled a 3. Yep, take
Oof.
that willpower. And Benji's going to take the hit. Is that right?
Yep. You said 1 point of sanity?
Yeah. And
I mean, Joe, this is crazy stuff here. I mean, he blinked out of existence, and we're just going to be like 1 sanity point. I mean, come on. This is
you
crazy
take 1
stuff.
sanity point.
It's a fucking
Brad-
handkerchief, dude.
Brad, we're on the same
bizarre.
side. We're on the same side. I think.
Oh god, he's turned ourselves against each other.
He's staring us
He's
against
finally
each
done it.
other.
I mean, I can't think
Yes.
of anything. This might have been the craziest shit I have seen in this game right now.
It is worth noting, though. It is worth noting because this will be due to the unnatural. One of you is going to have a bit of a breakdown. Old Benji, because he's taking damage from the unnatural. So he's going to go into like a catatonic fugue, which is not terribly problematic in this circumstance.
Just slack-jawed, vacant, dead eyes, watching Minions.
that's a catatonic fugue if I've ever heard one.
To be fair, I think most people that watch Minions are slack-jawed and dead eyes.
You have a lot of really strong opinions about
Harsh.
this movie. I think it's kind of silly too, but
I've never seen
jeez,
it.
I kind of liked it, I won't lie. One of those slack-jawed minions.
John just
Honesty
slack-jawed.
time. If we're all turning against each other, now's the time.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, you guys kind of lose Benji for about 20 minutes, you know. And this is not. You guys have seen this before. I think you kind of know how to handle it. But again, you're on a plane. It's not big. Nothing else weird happens on the plane. It seems that after this, the ride is fairly uneventful, and eventually you get Las Vegas.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for flying with us with service from Boston International to Las Vegas. Thank you for flying Delta Flight 616, and please fly with us again. Thank you, and then don't spend all your money in one place out there. All right, bye.
Because you guys are in Vegas.
Got it.
So, yeah.
All right. I don't guess there's much Hank wants to
There
do.
is something that I
besides
forgot to
leave.
tell you guys about when you guys were looking into Whitwer and Sitri in Vegas. Or maybe it's something that you come across, you know, as you're like on the plane, maybe doing some, you're like on the Wi-Fi on the plane. I don't know, 2015, I don't remember. You're doing some more research, and you see that there are a bunch of news stories, and that Michael Whitwer is apparently wanted.
Oh.
He is wanted. Both local police and federal agencies are looking for Michael Whitwer. That he's an agent of the DEA, and that's published. That he's wanting a connection to some fraudulent crimes, and that, you know, they've like put up like pictures of him on like local news and stuff like that. And you see some pictures of like some police cars outside of what you assume to be their home, things like that. So it appears that there's an active investigation onto Michael Whitwer and they say that he's gone missing. They say that he's gone missing, and there's some concerns. And you hear some concerns similar to what Reuben Hardrick had told you. That some concerns that he was working with some cartel investigation. There's concerns that he might have been... You see mention of that over the last 4 years he's embezzled or managed to manipulate $18,000 from the DEA. And you see some reports that are saying that this girlfriend of his is considered a suspect. And you see some pictures, like some news footage of like some really nosy kind of like camera crews like following her around, and she's just like putting her hand up, and she seems very emotional and very upset. And they're like, "Do you know anything about where your boyfriend went? Where's Michael Whitwer?" And she's like, I don't know, just leave me alone." As she like goes into her home and stuff like that. Things like that. So it seems that this whole situation that you kind of gotten from Ruben Hardrick, that it may be kind of public, but from what you can tell, it seems that all of that has kind of calmed down. That was kind of in the news a few weeks ago, but now the news has kind of moved on to something else.
Are we off the flight now?
Yes, you guys get off the flight.
Benedict
You pick
checks
up
his
your
phone
guns.
immediately. On his phone, he wants to see if messages or calls.
You don't see anything. You mean Michael Whitwer's phone?
No,
No, the
or
phone
from Marcus.
the phone number that we listed.
You know.
Marcus to contact.
Oh yeah. Well, you guys would have posted that yesterday on the 5th, and today's the 6th. So it takes you. Yeah, actually, that makes sense because it's a 6.5 hour flight, so there've been plenty of time for the New York Post to have been published and gone out that day. So right now we're gonna say it's about 6 p.m. You have a voicemail from an unknown number. Hi, yeah, this is Diego Garcia reaching out to you about your dry cleaning. It's still here. We need you to pick it up sometime. Don't call me back at this number. Call me back at a different number. And you hear in a list a number. We'd really like to talk about this. Haven't heard from you for a while, so want to check in. Thanks. Bye.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Excellent.
This is great news. How do you feel about getting a spot to stay in town and calling our friend back to maybe meet us here at some point? And on the way, I'd like to swing by this road that had this picture of the sign to see if it's still posted up at the telephone pole.
Was that in
Yeah,
Vegas?
maybe we can do that on the way to the hotel.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
It's going to be really, really hard for you to find where exactly that was posted.
Well, I want to attempt
really,
to.
really hard.
Okay, what would I have to roll?
Give me a bureaucracy check to try to call the power company, because there's a on the pole there's a number.
Yeah.
I think that number might be there from the utility company. See if you can navigate through bureaucracy. It's also 6 p.m. on a Sunday.
Makes sense.
So I'm going to give you a negative.
I just want to.
Oh shit!
I didn't do the
Critical.
negative 20.
Critical
You
from
told
Hank.
me. He told me. Right as a.
Oh no, that's no
You
good.
know what? I don't want to remove. I don't want to take away from your critical, and you'd already rolled.
Thank you.
So happy, Joe. Did you see
You
his
are
look
able to find.
after you just
You're able to get a hold of somebody and tell them who you are, and they're like, what are you trying to find? And you're able to get a hold of someone late at night at the power company. You like find like just the right guy who's like, oh yeah, we have a map of all of our that's a transformer number. And he gives you the address. The address is quite close to the address you have for Ophelia Sitri and Michael Whitwer. They are on. Actually, I have something for this. Let me go ahead, drop it in here. Hopefully this one will load a little faster than the last one. This is where they located. But they are located at 1704 Williamsport Street, Henderson, Nevada, which is near. It's like a suburb of Las Vegas.
Okay. Oh, we got a whole map.
nice.
Oh, we
So
got some golf
that-
courses.
Yep, it's like this is very much a suburb, and as you can see, the golf courses are the only greenery because it's in the middle of a desert. Let me actually switch. Well, cool. Last time I did that, it crashed. So yeah, this is what you see. That little point, that little red dot, is where Ophelia Citri's home is. Her and Michael Whitwer's home, and down a few streets is the location of this light pole. If you guys drive down there, you see what you think might be the remnants of this piece of paper, like tacked to, like it was stapled there. But you see that it appears to have been stapled over something else, which is weird, because it seems to kind of jump out at you. It's a flyer for something called the Encounter Group.
Ooh, that sounds juicy.
And I actually...
Boy, got assets on assets
There's
today.
got assets on assets. Let me try to get to it really quick. Great way to slow right down.
In the meantime,
What hotel you think we should stay in? I was kind of thinking about the MGM Grande on the Strip.
Jesus.
Long as I ain't paying for this one.
Yeah, it's the most expensive hotel I could find.
No. we need
Benedict,
a raid in our budget.
You
No,
got
we need
any
a
of
raid in
those
our budget.
assets handy?
I
a
mean, we
couple,
are
but-
in Las Vegas.
Maybe to get a good night's rest. Maybe.
Don't you want to unwind, Benedict? When's the next time you think we're gonna get to have a little bit of fun?
I haven't had a lot of fun in a long time, Benji.
MGM Grande.
Slots it is. Hank puts on his glasses. Let's go.
with his Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
One of the so as you guys are having this conversation, you see that the flyer is, I don't know, like it kind of draws all of you in. Like as you see it, it seems to not be an accident that this is exactly what's here. What you see is that apparently they meet every Wednesday and Sunday, and it says to discuss interesting and puzzling encounters, and that has a phone number. There, it doesn't have a location or time listed.
All right. I say we snag that.
And it is a Sunday.
Sign down the marking. Go up.
No,
Yeah,
it
he said
looks
it's-
like the king in yellow symbol was pasted over the top of this pamphlet, over this.
And the
flyer.
king in yellow sign's gone. And now it's just this pamphlet.
Yeah, like you see the corners. You see the corners of it, like look like it's been torn off.
See a dog walking down the street with a king in yellow sign in its mouth.
He just-
Get that mutt.
Let's make a drive by
Sidearm.
on the house on our way back to the hotel.
That sounds like a good idea. Also,
Not-
the hospital. I'm not feeling great, so I think
Oh yes.
go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Quick,
you
before
can-
we leave, can Benedict take a quick photo of this?
Yeah, not a problem.
I
And
thought we'd just take the whole
all
thing.
good.
Yeah, you can
Doesn't
just take
look
the flyer.
strange.
No.
Nothing looks strange when he takes a photo.
Oh, through the photo.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. No. Seems fine.
Normal.
Perfectly normal. What makes you think that I would have mentioned something out of the ordinary?
He puts on the Instagram King in Yellow filter.
Nice.
Yeah.
Benji wants to
Off to
call
the
the number on the
hospital
way
then.
to the.
All right.
Well, we're gonna
do-
do a job on the house,
Let's
right?
do look at the house. Slowly go by it. Don't stop. You can call and then call the number. What's up?
Okay.
Which
Go
number?
by the house,
The
go to an
encounter
urgent care,
or
call the
Marcus?
number.
Yeah. Okay.
We have a to-do list here, Joe. We need to be efficient.
I got you. All right, you roll by the house. You know, you were trying to eyeball it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
As you drive by, like, I mean, it's suburbia out here. Like every house, like every other house, looks like it's practically the same floor plan. You know, everything is very similar, but it's nice. You know, very nice trim yards and stuff. And as you kind of get up to where this area is, like, are you just driving by and seeing what you see? Like what are you trying to take away from this?
Scope it
What's your
out.
intent?
Benji wants to focus on the mailbox.
Oh, okay.
They're like, just is there backed up mail in it?
Yeah. And Hank,
Do we
what
see?
was
He's just scoping it out, like the general layout of the house and whatnot. And he's also looking to see if he sees Dr. Barbas in a nightgown in the window.
Dr. Barbas in a nightgown?
Very specific.
Just standing there, hands on hips, with like a flowy, like kind of see-through nightie.
Semi-transparent, form hugging, his
Very,
beer gut.
very flattering. All right. What about Benedict? Are you just along for the ride? Benedict is also
Benedict's just
watching.
driving.
He's
Deeply
watching.
unhappy.
He's watching the Minions movie on his phone. He's like, I don't get it either. All right. So go ahead. So you two. So two of you are looking pretty closely at things. Both of you make me an alertness check. Benji and Hank. Let me know.
Success. 58 under 67.
And a failure.
All right. Benji, you are looking at the mailbox. It doesn't seem to be overstuffed or anything. It seems to, and that's kind of fixes your gaze on that. You guys are driving by, and, it's like, it's one of those residential neighborhoods where the speed limit's already like 10 miles per hour, so it doesn't look weird to like kind of ease through. It just kind of looks like you're someone who's really sticking to the speed limit. It's a little later in the evening. One of the things that you notice, Hank, you see, and most everyone, there's not really, in every now and then, there's a pretty nice neighborhood, 2-car garages with a little parking space in the front, so no one's really parked on the street. Everyone's very much pulled up into, probably has an HOA. They don't let people park on the street. You notice just down the road, just a little bit, is a van that says Air Conditioner King. And as you're kind of rolling past it, and the lights are off, the van is closed up, there's no one in it, you see the van kind of move, as if there's someone in the back moving around inside the van, even though it's dark.
Sorry, parked where?
It's
just on the street?
like parked right down the street. And as you kind of roll by, I imagine that Hank is kind of like, really, like, kind of like, that seems weird. And as you guys just kind of get out of sight and go around a bend, you see the back of the van open, and you catch the briefest glimpse of what looks like one guy's getting out of the van and like quickly closes it behind him. You see the briefest glimpse of what looks like another man sitting in front of what looks like some screens in the back of this van. This is a surveillance van.
Fellas, this house is being watched. Damn.
For
Okay.
the king and AC.
Well, it makes sense. There's a warrant out for fucking.
By the what? What did you say?
The king and AC.
No, I mean
Thought
the
I heard
fucking
that.
the feds or someone's watching it because there's a warrant out for the dude's arrest and that's his girlfriend's house. Huh.
Yep.
Makes sense.
We're gonna have to be extra careful.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we did that before we start. Okay, now we know.
It's all the more reason to get
Her.
Ophelia out of the house.
All right.
And you see there is a car, not in the garage, but pulled up. Just like a little sedan.
Did we establish that we actually left a message? Oh, we didn't even do that.
Huh?
You know, remember Benji wanted to call Ophelia
No, you did that
before we left?
I think you guys did that.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. Did we give her... We didn't establish a time and a place to meet up, though.
We haven't
No.
talked to her yet.
I think you had just said basically. What I got was, hey, we know where Mike is. Call us back.
Okay, I got you.
Okay. To the hospital.
Does Benedict see anything? Just like out of luck, rolling around, driving and watching minions.
You had said that you were paying attention to the driving, and so it didn't sound like you were.
Does he get any insight into Minions movie?
Roll me. No, you don't. It's beyond mortal kin.
That's the true horror.
There's someone out there that really
Back to the
appreciates that
hospital.
humor. And, yeah. All right, so you guys, what a weird off ramp. Get into. You guys go to like an urgent care or something that you can get into kind of late at night, and the place is you guys are kind of far away from like the strip, so it's like it's a place that's mostly, and I'm gonna say that. And probably make up some lie about, maybe Benedict, you can say, again, you guys have your badges and your guns. You could probably say, oh, we were chasing down a bad guy and I got tackled. Now I'm all fucked up, or something. You guys
That's why there's this wound in my neck.
that's why there's
I
this
tripped,
neck.
fell on a pole.
So yeah, you guys are able to go somewhere where they have and not arouse too much suspicion, you think, especially because you can use your fake names. You can use your fake names, your fake IDs. So that being the case, let's see, because a doctor can attempt a surgery or medicine test once a week. Ooh, has it been a week? Has it been a whole week? We're gonna say it
mean,
is.
Yeah, it's been
Been
a while.
It's almost a week, if not. It's been several days. So what do you think the surgery or medicine of your average doctor is?
Very good, given
In
Las
Vegas, he's gotta-
Very
and
good.
the amount of injuries that are happening there. I'd say
Vegas,
at
he's
least
got to
plus
see this
20
all the
to
time.
whatever's- Yeah,
It's just people just bumbling in who've been hit by cars
Right.
and stabbed in the neck. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, I think I'm going to trying to look for doctor, physician with a first aid or a medicine, both of 60. So we're gonna go with 60, and then we're gonna give it a plus 20 because they have great facilities available to them. Let's roll that for. Do you each want to have a separate roll, or do you want me to roll for both of you at once?
I'm the only injured one. No, Hank is also injured.
Is Hank still a little injured?
Yeah. I don't know. What do you
You
feel?
guys want the same roll, or you want separate rolls?
Let's do the same roll.
Separate.
Oh, okay.
No!
All right, separate.
All right, need to get an 80 or below. 78.
Nice.
That's close. So each of you roll a d4. Take that much health back.
2.
Both of you get
I'll
2
take it.
hit points back.
I'll take. It's
Does that
better
put you at
than one.
max for Hank?
No, 11. Under 15 for me right now.
Man, Hank is beefy.
8 under
Shit.
13.
Very beefy.
What has been it?
What is your con?
My con is 14.
That's not what.
HP is an average between strength and con. That's how it's
Strength. Oh,
Okay.
strength is 15.
Strength is 16.
15.
Or yeah, whatever. So it's rounded up. And then Benedict, where are you at?
8 out of 13.
8 out of 13. Okay. All right, cool. And then you guys are gonna go. You guys are gonna. Are you guys done for the day? Oh, you were gonna make a phone call.
We're gonna make
Hell
2
yeah.
phone calls. 2 phone calls.
2 phone calls.
At the
we got this
Arby's.
Okay, you're. Fuck me.
We broke it.
How close is an arc? Are there?
Is there
Are there?
an Arby's in the MGM Grand?
I doubt it. There are plenty of. There's an Arby's near you guys. 100%.
Back home.
All right, you guys settle in.
Smell that beef,
You guys
boys.
settle into the Arby's. You nod at the CIA and NSA agents who are also conducting their meetings at the booth
The safe
adjacent to
space.
yours.
You guys know what's up.
Uh,
All that cheddar.
yeah, they like like instead of like raising a glass, they just like raise a sandwich to you. Just so yeah, what are you guys doing?
So you say 2 calls.
Yeah.
Marcus
I'll
and
phone
the
Marcus.
person in that meeting you
Oh,
want to
sure.
call.
Okay. Which one do we want to tackle first?
Phone Marcus first.
Well, I don't want to talk to that dirty dog. You wanna give him a call?
I'll do it.
Benji
I
just
hate to say
slides
it,
the
but I
phone
think we need
across
him.
the table.
I think, aside from you guys, he's the only friend we have. And that's so depressing.
So sad.
Okay.
Hank, do you want to take this call? Are you okay with me having it?
Nah.
You seem to have a
Nah.
better rapport with Marcus. Ar.
I reckon I don't.
Okay. Well, and you know that the NSA guys, if you put it on speakerphone, you know they're cool. They're not gonna get into your shit.
If he bores us or starts talking shit about Arby's, feel free to hang up. Is what I say.
If he bores us. If we find him
What a wild thing
boring.
to say.
All right.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He did help us out with the cleaning crew, but he's not that great. That's all I
What
got to say
cleaning
about
And
it.
just please don't put it on
The-
speakerphone. I really want to be able to finish my roast beef and cheddar.
You
could
remember
just-
he rolled our problems up in a rug?
Oh yeah,
and then-
95.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
he did help us out with that. That was kind
It
of
rolled up quite a few problems, actually. Yeah, maybe it ain't all bad.
You know, well, and
Just
Hank,
most
Hank
bad.
says that about, well, he did a good job in the cleaning crew. And I feel like it, maybe Benji, you kind of realize you had made a call to another cleaning crew to clean up Barbas, but you had made it on the satellite phone. A s-
Oh, shit.
The
Mhm.
satellite phone that you're pretty sure was not Delta Green.
Mm-hmm.
Worrying.
Now we got also on a real note, we do need to make sure this is Marcus before we give him any information about us, our whereabouts, or who we are.
Good call.
All right.
You guys remember that code phrase? That day in the park? Washington Square?
What was it?
Do you?
Yeah, it's something about you ought to quit them things.
Yeah.
God, those things are bad for you.
Don't you know those are bad for you? You used to be smoking, and yeah, but I can't quit my brand was the return phrase.
That's a good call. Yep.
Nice.
That's how we'll know. All right.
You dial the number. The other secret agents politely get up and move to the other side of the the restaurant, out of consideration.
Benji orders some extra au jus sauce.
Have an au jus for that table.
They toast their au jus towards you. Phone rings, and finally it picks up, and there's a long, long pause. Hello?
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 Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah. Hey, sorry. Who is this?
Wow. You don't sound well. Have you been smoking?
Yeah. Yeah, still smoking, yeah.
Yeah? Know those things are bad for you?
Yeah, I can't quit my brand, Matador.
Oh my god.
Matador, is that you?
I hate to say it, my friend, but I am pleased to hear you. We're not on a secure line, though.
You think I'm your friend? We're friends? Are we friends?
Keep it together, buddy.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Keep it together. Keep it together.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
I hate to say it, we need information, we need help. We don't know what to do and who to trust.
I saw the post. Why? What's going on? Why did you? I'm gonna be honest. I haven't done any work for a while. When I saw but I keep an eye on the obituaries just in case.
Just as well, because we need to have a beer, my friend. But that's later. That's later. We get beers when all of this is done. Right now we need
this
your help.
is done? The fuck is this?
We need your help, and need you to get us back in touch with who we dealt with.
With the organization. I mean, listen, they reached out. They reached out to me before I even saw the eulogy. Or not the eulogy, the obituary. They reached out to me and told me that contact you. I can meet tomorrow. Back at Washington Square if you need to. Are you in the city?
Get him
Are
here.
Micha and Molasses with you?
Yeah. They're here. They say hi, but they can't talk right now.
Yeah, I understand.
I
miss them.
They
miss
miss you too, I think. We need to...
Is Molasses making the cut it out sign with his? Like, can you tell me? I understand. Like, my line is secure.
Mine is not. So we're ready. We don't know who's listening, and we have a lot of evidence to believe that we're being fucked with multiple levels. So can you get us some secure comms? Start with.
Where are you?
Hank kind of gives him the nod.
Like muffles him. Like what?
Try to tell him.
Tell him to.
You don't have to tell him that we're staying at the MGM Grande, though.
Yeah, tell him a place to meet us in Vegas. Don't tell him where we're staying. And more importantly, whoever contacted him first, tell him not to tell them that he's coming to Vegas.
Okay. All of that. And we need to meet you somewhere in Vegas.
What the fuck are you doing in Vegas? Are you guys just in money problems? Did you just...
No.
I'm not bailing you
No.
out. If you lost it at craps.
A real friend would, but that's not the problem right now.
A real friend. Listen, let me reach out, and you want me to not tell Delta Green?
We're not sure. That's all we can give you. We just need you right now to clear things up with you.
Make me some kind of roll to convince
Oh, Lord.
your handler to not involve Delta Green. I'm thinking...
Can I use some emotional blackmail?
Aren't we friends, Marcus? Friends look out for each other.
I already offered to go for beers with him. That was a stretch. Like, I hate this guy.
Yeah. And also, Joe, how dare you? How dare you play him as sympathetic?
In 20 years, Shane, poor guy.
This guy sucks.
And the worst part is it's working.
I know. I feel bad for him.
Yeah. Let me take a peek at Benedict's sheet here. What is your persuade?
That's his high stat, right?
5. Pretty high. Oh, Hugh Mint. Roll a Hugh Mint.
Human's not really for that. Give me a persuade. You can take a plus 20.
Yes.
Tell me what you get.
Critical.
Success.
Yes! Benedict! That's what I'm talking
You guys
about.
are red hot. All right, he's like, okay, all right. Shit, a critical.
He catches the red eye.
No, I think so. I think he's like, fuck. God, what time is it? And it's like 8, 9 o'clock by now, I think. Well, maybe not. By the time you guys get patched up, it's like, it's 8. All right. Okay. Go get the phone that you're talking to right now. Throw it away. Smash the SIM card. Go get a new burner. And then text this number. This is a secure burner I've got. Text me the number. I'll let you know I make it in. And you hear the sounds of him rustling around. You hear the sounds of drawers opening and clothes being shoved into a duffel bag. And you hear really briefly, you hear the sound of a gun, of the slide of a pistol being racked. He's like, I'm on my way. I mean, it'll take me an hour to get to the airport, and I'm coming.
Nice.
Okay.
I'll be there
Just-
in the morning.
Marcus, just careful. We can't tell you this enough, but just be careful and watch out for bugs in your nuts. That's all I can say.
Only a true friend would say something like that.
Just starts bawling. Means so
He's
much.
just like, thank you.
He does care.
No one's cared about bugs in my nuts for a long time. And it's just good to hear your voice.
All right, keep it together. I have to go.
Okay, I missed you so much.
Okay, all right, we'll see you soon. Jesus, keep it together, man.
Oh, God.
He smashes the phone. Smashes the phone instead of putting
You
it
break
down.
it right there.
Instead of hanging up, he just throws it on the ground.
You like smash it, and you're like you smash it, and you're like stepping on it, and one of the NSA guys comes over. He's like, whoa, 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 and then he steps on it a few times too.
And we high five and jump into the air and freeze frame.
Yeah.
God
right.
damn it. I swear to God, John Luca's like a one-man t-shirt slogan factory. Watch out for bugs in your
Watch
nuts.
out for bugs in your nuts. Is that an episode title? I don't know if that's a good one.
Maximum
Maybe.
peanut butter achieved. Watch out for
By
bugs
the
in
way,
your nuts.
I don't know who did it. I don't want you to think that I did not notice off to the side of our tabletop where
I'm
it
glad you
says
noticed.
maximum peanut butter achieved, that someone left that there on the bottom left.
Where's
It's like
little
over by the bottom
keepsake.
left on the next to the barrel on the background of our
It's hidden
tabletop.
on the background.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, yeah. So I mean, that went about as well as it could have fucking gone.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I have
Well
to say,
done, both of you. That was pretty phenomenal.
I have to say, guys, I kind of feel for the guy. I need to give him a second chance. I heard him cocking a pistol to get on a flight right now. Like this, we gotta give him some
Dang.
credit. Been a long
Yeah.
time.
Alright, that is pretty legit.
I'll think about it.
Can people truly change?
And one of the CIA guys just like he like turns around from the booth behind you and just puts a hand on his shoulder and just says, "No." And they
We'll
walk.
see if he brings us T-shirts from the airport, and we'll decide then.
All right.
He brings us souvenirs.
So
right.
all things aside, yeah, that went really, really well. But I believe you had another phone call.
My new goal is to stay
Oh, yeah.
alive long enough. Talk to Marcus.
At least.
You just had to play him sympathetic, didn't you?
Good. Good.
I'm
We got a-
sorry,
we
have
got
I-
a redemption story covered?
Yeah, have I made you realize that Marcus
Hey,
has
yeah.
been a real person this whole time and maybe has his own feelings and his own goals and his own ambitions? And you guys have been
Why you gotta
really-
do that?
And you guys have
Why you
been
gotta
really
do that?
unnecessarily cruel to him.
How dare you humanize this poor man. Okay. Yeah. Benji wants to call the encounter group.
Later on, we'll get a new phone.
You.
Hey, Benedict, can I borrow your oh, shit.
Oh, fuck. All right. And the kind of. You guys pull out the flyer, and the flyer, like, it has these words in, like, the encounter group come here to discuss the interesting and the bizarre. And it has these kind of motifs all over it of these, like, smiling, like, Harlequin mask. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, jeez.
Like there's the smiling and the frowning one. There's the what is it? It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the play.
yeah. You know, it's like what is it? It's tragedy and
Tragedy.
comedy, like mask.
Comedy.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's like, but it's all the smiling ones, all kind of interspersed. This kind of. And you pick up the phone and you dial the number. Dial the number and it picks up, and the way it picks up kind of sounds like a recording, almost like you've reached an answering machine or. And it reads out, and all it says is an address. That's it. Just an address.
No time.
Benji shouts in the phone, "What time?"
What time? And you hear someone goes, oh shit, 10.
Oh, what?
What?
This is our
How's that
recording.
possible?
What's the address?
Alright, I'm gonna choose to ignore that.
You guys can Google the, like, you hear the address and the time, and it cuts off like it's hung up. A quick Google Maps, and you see that it is what looks like a high school.
Oh.
It's just like a random kind of like like outer suburb high school.
Well,
Well, do you think, you guys think this could be a lead?
definitely,
Can we look into this tonight?
definitely something. Oh, tonight I don't know about that.
I don't know.
Definitely something we
Well,
need
it's a
to.
Sunday. They get together on Sundays and Wednesdays.
Oh,
If we don't do it tonight, we're gonna have to wait 3 days.
good point.
Yeah, that's 3 more nights sleep though.
Maybe
If-
we need to take this one
I would-
slow, Benji.
Yeah. If I had a vote, I'd say let's wait and talk to Marcus in the morning and go from there.
Benji, why don't we go to the casino? You know what? My treat.
I've got a much better idea.
Benji perks up. Benji instantly
Like-
perks up.
Distracting him with shiny things.
All you can eat buffets and all you can drink bars. He's just like, his face lights up. It looks like he loses 10 years.
Yeah.
Let's boogie.
Can we go to the casino and try and get some more standard purchases?
You know what?
Ooh.
You know what, guys? How about this? Let me kind of find something real quick. Rest of this. Seeing as that you guys want to go and splash some cash?
Blow off some steam, bro. Had a rough go of it.
Banish that willpower with some gambling, am I right?
Am I right?
You can do that. One of the reasons I'm so interested in Blades of the Dark is you can do that.
Oh, cool.
That you can indulge in a vice to, well, that's neither here nor there. That's a different system entirely.
Is that another role playing game?
Hold on, I'm trying to pull something up.
Yeah, it's just a completely different system. It's like a heist-themed system.
It's a really.
It takes place in.
I think Dace and I both listened to the same podcast of it. It's really good. I would love to play it too. It sounds hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me look in our DG, our condensed rule guide for home tasks, because one of those things you spend money as one of the home scenes. I think this would be a really cool way to bring that in. Go. I would like whoever's going to be gambling. And by the way, are you gambling with your own money, or are you going to try to gamble with Benedict's money?
Well, if Benedict's handing out an
Is
allowance.
Benedict going to let you? Are you guys
Yeah, I
actually going to
think
go to the
maybe-
casinos? Like, is
Yeah,
that what
why
you wanna
not? Let's do that.
Yeah, we're in Vegas.
We can
Vegas.
get some more standard purchases, is what I'm thinking, and maybe some.
You want
willpower.
to raise money. You want to make money.
Actually-
what Benedict wants to do.
You know what this? Yeah, make money, but also some of us have like overlapping bonds with each other, so could replenish bond in theory.
If we like have a hangout night.
Yeah, well, at least for Benedict's selfish reason, or Benji Potts is one of his bonds, so fucking argument for it.
Have you had to deflect on me at all?
A couple of times.
Don't worry about it.
Dare you?
All right. So what? So do you want to make money, or do you just want to have a good time? Each of you tell me what you want to do.
Have a good time. Is what I'm gonna do. Wait,
Have a good
Are we
time.
getting
If
something from having a good time? Versus,
Don't worry about it. Just
Okay,
let it-
I'm gonna have a good time. I'm gonna have a good time.
Can Benedict do both, like 1 and 1?
No.
Yeah. Fine, then have a good time as well.
you gotta ask.
All right.
So are we going to uncharted territory here?
I don't think so. Really.
What are Hank and Benedict's games? Are they like blackjack or slots or craps or roulette?
Roulette.
Okay.
Benedict would be a poker man.
Yeah, with all the money he's got to spend, he could do that.
Charisma.
Makes sense in
All
a
right,
weird way.
All of you, I want each of you to roll me a luck roll.
Like an all-on-black type situation.
Hank got a 96. Oh, you just
Benedict
rolled.
got a 27.
Oh, y'all have a luck thing? I thought y'all meant just roll a D100.
Oh, Benji got a critical. 44. Under 50. Fuck yes, Benji.
There's 3 criticals in this game.
Swear.
Hank failed.
All right. Benji. All right, Hank. Hank, you go out. You spend some money. You don't feel. I mean, it was just like, I don't know. You better win about as much as you lose, and you don't really have a great time. Maybe Hank just gets a bit too into the winning. Doesn't really enjoy it. What did Benedict get?
27 under 50.
Benedict, you have a pretty good time. You feel a little bit more relaxed. Go ahead and take yourself 1 sanity point back.
Ew.
Benji.
Benji is fucking chain smoking and like ripping slots. He's at the blackjack table. He's stuffed to the gills with snow crab legs. He's at that open bar.
Roll a D4.
He's just- Okay. One.
All right, take 1 sanity point back.
Oh well, I'll take it.
Good.
All right, you guys have a little bit of a time. And
Do I need to nuke 3 of my standard purchases? Was that one on me?
we're gonna say that
What's
each
that
of
for
you, either that because none of you critically failed, that you made about as much as you. Was it significant? So don't worry about removing that. But so
Yeah, I
now,
like to keep it honest, Joe.
yeah, you guys retire back to your hotel. So the last thing I think we are gonna do for you guys is now you have an opportunity to rest. So those of you missing health, go ahead and make that Constitution roll real quick. Get some more health points back.
Yes.
That's for Hank.
Both of you get 1 hit point back.
Nice, nice.
Benji, do you wanna ride the lightning again?
You know it, dude. He's feeling good. He's been partying.
All right, you've been partying.
I mean,
Go ahead and roll that sanity check plus 40
Whoa.
as you mix your poisons to attempt to get to sleep.
oh yeah. I was wondering about this last time. So I need to get under 38, right?
By itself.
So if it's plus 40, okay.
Another
Success.
success.
42.
As you mix your poisons, but with that mixing your poisons does not go without a little bit of risk. So, said,
I don't want to end the episode with Benji now
With-
getting a...
Benji getting addicted.
Benji throws up in his mouth and asphyxiates.
Oh, God.
All right, you succeeded. So, how do we want to handle this? So I want there to be a chance of you becoming a pretty low chance. Because you did succeed. You're still managing it okay. How about this? I'll let you burn a willpower point right here and now to avoid the roll. Or you can roll your sanity, an unabridged sanity, to determine whether or not you get addicted. Or you can burn 1 willpower right now.
Quite the devil's bargain you've got there.
But then he gets willpower from sleep.
Yes, but he may only get one back. He gets 1d6. You're going to get a good night's sleep. You want to hold out to stave off addiction? Or do you want to roll it?
I have a roughly 1 in 3 chance of coming out scot-free, so I'm gonna roll a sanity point.
Let's see. If you
Or sanity.
if you pass your sanity, you do not become addicted.
All right.
I roll a shit.
Mm-hmm.
Sanity plus 40.
Not plus 40.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh.
Failure!
Oh.
And a 69.
The crows are coming
And
home
a
to roost,
69.
but still
Nice.
noise.
It's too weird to live, too rare to die.
As you guys get up in the morning, go ahead and roll that d6 to make some willpower back. Take your willpower.
2.
Cover 2 willpower. As you guys get up in the morning, you're expecting to hear from Marcus any moment. You know that his plane should probably be coming in, hadn't flown all night. And as you guys are all kind of getting up and getting ready, one of the things you see is Benji. Benji takes one of those pills that he took last night.
Sorry, I don't mean to
under his tongue
interrupt. You
and
said
takes it in the morning.
we're all rolling a d6.
To get your willpower back, yes.
Okay.
But if you guys didn't know better, you'd say that Benji might be addicted to those sleeping pills.
Uh-oh.
Maybe Benji's hands are shaking like extra hard as he lights up his morning cigarette.
Yeah. But so here you guys are. You are ready to meet with Marcus first thing in the morning. And I think that's probably a good place for us to go ahead and call it here.
Nice.
Guys are in Vegas, spent a night just blowing out. And
Yeah, we needed it.
yeah, you needed it. And now Benji's addicted to sleeping pills. That's
All
fine.
things considered, that's like the least damage we've ever taken in an episode.
Right.
Like overall.
I mean, Hank's looking good now. He's looking.
Yeah.
Besides the sanity, he's still at the breaking point.
Yeah. And you guys are feeling a little better. You got your willpower points back, kind of taking this time. And how are you guys feeling about what you have to look forward to here in Vegas?
Good. I didn't expect Benji to sort of even out. Like, I thought he was going to keep nosediving. I mean, he is addicted now.
He's
but
got a
as far as
major-
willpower goes,
That's not nosediving.
He's got a major sleep problem. Not only is he got what do you call it? What was it called when you can't
Insomnia.
Insomnia.
But he's also addicted to sleeping pills.
the problem takes care of itself, man.
Unless if he runs out of sleeping pills, then it's a double whammy.
Oh, that would be so
Then it's
interesting.
a double whammy.
How many? Well, I don't think he would run out of sleeping pills because he's got black market connections.
Yeah.
But if he did, that would be really interesting.
On page 70 of the player's handbook, your agent relies on a harmful habit or substance to get by. However much harm the addiction causes, your agent needs the relief it offers. Losing 2 or more sanity in a single roll triggers an acute episode, triggering an overwhelming need. Beating it usually imparts a negative 20 penalty to stats and skills for a few hours due to intoxication.
What happens if you don't feed it?
Oh, I'm glad you asked.
Bet you are.
Even at the best of times, going 24 hours without feeding the addiction costs 1d6 willpower
Oh,
and
shit.
prevents your agent from recovering willpower.
That's pretty serious.
Every
Wow.
further 24 hours costs 1d6 willpower. At 2 or fewer, your agent does irrational, self-destructive things to feed the addiction.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I can't wait.
I can't wait. All right. Everyone listening, everyone watching, And thanks for joining us. We are getting into this, we'll go back to Boston eventually, but man, this is getting thick. What the hell's the encounter group? Now we're bringing Marcus back. What the hell's Delta Green gonna say about all of this? What the fuck is going on? How are they gonna get into Ophelia Sitri and Michael Whitwer's home without tipping off the DEA? Like, I feel like it might get a little crunchy, but I think it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm interested to see Earl's character and what he's involved with.
But everyone, thank you for listening. If you're interested in being part of our little community, man, come over to r/Greenbox Gaming. That's where we do a lot of posts. If you're an audio listener, that's where we're going to put up our art assets for you to find it under the episodes. Twitter is where we do a lot of our announcements and stuff like that. Most everything goes on Twitter and Reddit. If you really like what you're listening to, you're caught up and you're like, man, I'd really like to listen to this a week early. Consider heading over to patreon.com/greenboxgaming_, no spaces in that, and become a contributor over at our Patreon. It only costs $3, and we are using those funds to keep our to support the hosting of this podcast, because we have to pay to have it hosted, stuff like that. And maybe at some point we can buy Jean a microphone setup that does not consist, for those of you listening, not watching, Jean is literally using a lapel mic, which is stuck to the side of a water bottle to hold it in front of him.
It's working great.
Which has been working
I sound great.
Well, you sound great. You don't sound...
But he's just so dehydrated.
But I'm so,
cannot
so
drink.
thirsty. Oh, thirsty.
If only he could drink from his water bottle. So, we really appreciate, and the contributing, it's only $3 a month, and it just helps us to host and maybe help us to get a little better equipment. Do things a little more reliable. And we just really appreciate you basically buying us a cup of coffee. That'd be awesome. But yeah, guys. Oh yes. Oh, and also to mention again, we had go out some Patreon exclusive stuff, which was the character creation for Jean's backup character, and next we have coming up Dace's backup character. So patrons are going to get
one.
Hank's
Brad
never
will
gonna
get one.
die.
Yeah, Hank's never gonna die. What are you talking about? So patrons are gonna get two things to listen to in the coming up weeks. But yeah, you guys, thank you for joining me today.
Back at you, buddy. It was a good one.
Yeah.
I do like the idea that, oh man, maybe Marcus isn't such a bad guy.
That was the highlight of this session for me, for sure. Your fucking manipulative emotional tricks worked.
To make you feel bad for Marcus?
You manipulator.
Hey, let's see if he gets
You
us some t-shirts. He's such a great guy.
All right, guys, let's see what the t-shirt situation is before we all jump on the Marcus bandwagon.
Brad,
He's like,
I know what I need to do to come visit Memphis. I'm bringing t-shirts.
Gotta bring a t-shirt.
it's like I got this for us. I thought we could all wear them together, since we're in Vegas. It's
just like one big t-shirt that you all fit in. All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening. Thank you for those watching the VOD. And we are looking forward to getting into this and kind of digging down into what Marcus has to say, and also kind of seeing what's going on with the Sitri house. But next time, stay safe and stay sane. Peace.
Bye-bye.